We are backstage with Conor McGregor. Conor, you just had a beautiful moment with your team in here, your friends and family. You have to be feeling on top of the world after a finish like that so quickly after a 15-month layoff. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really good. Still more work to do. I'm happy with where I'm at and where I've got to. Um, Onwards we go.
You know, when you started doing the shoulder shrugs there, what went through my mind was the mean mugs and shoulder shrugs, because that's what I felt like was happening there.
When we separated, I saw the nose was busting, the eye was busting. I was like, they were tasty shots. It's a good shot, the shoulder. I wonder will all the so-called experts say, "Oh, he's just a left shoulder." You know the way they say he's just a left hand.
Right.
The absolute disrespect of them and the absolute lack of true knowledge that these men have, that they be saying these type of things. So.
Was that part of the game plan? I mean, your team was so confident all week long, and we could just tell at weigh-ins that they knew something the rest of us didn't know. Was that the game plan, come in there and to immediately do that?
No, definitely not. I had many ways, and I was ready to utilize all my weapons, all my arsenal. You know what I mean, including the wrestling, including the grappling. So ready to showcase my skills. That's it. And I felt Donald does some things that's susceptible to a high kick also, you know what I mean? I know he was planning to kick me in the head, but I thought, I may very well kick him in the head, and I did, and I'm very happy with that. He holds a phenomenal, breathtaking record of most head knockouts by head kick. And like, that is a serious, that record alone is probably worth more than a world title in my mind, you know what I mean? To have the most head kick knockouts, it's in the UFC, that's insane. But I felt like he was coming for that, and I was going to surprise him with my own one, so happy days, I got him.
Beat him to the punch. It still seemed like there was so much respect between you and Donald. I mean, I know you went over to him once it was all over. Yeah. What's that relationship like?
Yeah, I like Donald very much. You know what I mean? How can I not, like I said about his records, and that's a phenomenal fighter, a phenomenal man. He has his kid up a bit late, the old danger. I know he's a bit young and he doesn't really understand. Wouldn't understand the times and things like that as well. But I had to leave Junior at home and Kriya at home because I could have brought Kriya, to be honest. But because she doesn't really understand, you know what I mean? But right. Junior's at the age where he kind of does understand, but then he also doesn't. So, and it's late as well, after 10 o'clock. So I was like, I'll just leave them at home. But I would have loved in that moment, like the way he has that moments with his family, his kids, or his kid. And no, I have a lot of respect for Donald, and he'll have my support for my forever. You know what I mean? We have a lot of respect for Donald on our side and his team.
Said so beautifully. How did it feel making that walk? It's been a long layoff, over 15 months. So many celebrities in the crowd. There's so much energy in there. Did it feel any different this time around?
It feels the same. It's just good. It's good to get it back under the belt. When I put him down, I kind of jumped on him a little bit. I would have liked I could hear my coach then settle and pick the shot, and then I stepped around the head, pinned the head, and found the shots. So that would be from being out too long. We'd rush that little bit. You get that bit of excitement in that. So, still work to be done, I've done some phenomenal work this camp. I got myself a lovely spot, but sustaining the workload was very difficult, to be honest, because I was pushing myself so hard. There was times where I was seeing grey. My vision was turning grey. I was working that hard, you know what I mean, on the McGregor Fast program, like really pushing myself, and I'd hit a brick wall, and I'd have to take 4 to 5 to 6 days off, and then come back, and I just couldn't sustain the workload I was putting, you know what I mean? So, now that I have that under my belt, I'm going to go back and I'm going to be able to sustain the workload more, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited about that, and I'm not going to dwell on this too much. I'm very happy for us all, but onwards and upwards we go.
Quite the perfectionist there. Obviously, there were fighters in the crowd that are interested in fighting you. If you get to pick your next shot here in terms of when or who, leaning towards anything in specific?
The who doesn't matter, who the is that guy? You know what I mean? That's what I'd be saying about most of them, realistically, really, you know what I mean? Man, I just feel like the whole world lights up when I'd be making that walk. It's wild, man. I could just feel the energy on fight day. I was on my phone looking through the social media, and I was having a cup of tea, just chilling in my house when I just woke up, and I could just feel the energy. Everything I saw was about the fight from all over the world. It's like the world just lights up when it's going down. So and I'm just me. I don't see it any different. You know what I mean? I'm just coming to try and better myself as a martial artist, have a knock, have a buzz with the people that I'm training with, and that. So the who doesn't matter for me. To win, soon enough, I would say. There was a date that we talked. I think it was March, Maybe there was a date available. Look, we'll see what happens. I'm going to enjoy myself tonight. spend time with the kids, show my son Junior the fight on the TV and see what he thinks, see how he reacts, and back training then straight away the next day after. So.
Well, you had a record with yet another knockout in your third division, but you also had the fourth largest gate ever tonight. So you now hold 7 of the 10 largest gates in UFC history. They all belong to you. Almost 11 million. It could have actually been 11 with walk-ups towards the end of the night, but it was leading right towards 11. So congratulations on that as well.
It's an honor to come here to Las Vegas and host these major events. I'm very grateful for the hospitality of Las Vegas and the American people, to myself and the Irish that come over here traveling, and it's our pleasure to come over here and flash the cash, you know what I mean? The credit union's cash. But it's an honor. We have a great time here, and long may it continue.
Yeah, and they will all be out celebrating with you tonight, I am sure. Congratulations. Beautiful performance, Conor.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.